Here's a 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, number 9 for the year.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the 1st down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ritter. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now a give up the middle. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
In motion, Lamb. Now Ritter on 1st down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Ritter. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll throw on 1st down with Ritter.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
19 Tiger.
On 2nd down, Ritter. That's going to be intercepted. He gets free. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Panthers. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Rig it. Check, check. Check go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Off the fake, here's Ritter. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Cowboys.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Go, Rig. Go.
A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another try with Brooks. Brooks, 1st down and then some. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jonathan Brooks, touchdown Carolina. The extra point is good. And the Panthers will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So after 1, the Panthers off to the early advantage. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Ritter. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Miller. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready?
Once again, it's Miller. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Check.
Ritter.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Panther 60. Panther 60. Alert. Alert. Hey.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Motion man is Rice. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal. Now it's Miller. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run here, and it's Charbonnet. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys draw closer here. It's 21-14. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire 1st half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
Give inside, it's Brooks. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. He's got it inside the 5.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Ready? Rocco 80. 7 Pirates, go!
Out of the pistol, it's Ritter. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Kmet. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. it's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time, but contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. That's a short throw caught by Kmet. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
19 Lions.
From the gun on third down, here's Ritter. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its height.
That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Jerry Jones.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On first down, it's Ridder. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. On the ground, they go with Brooks. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. We'll go once more with Brooks. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Drive will start on the ground, and he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now, Ridder to throw on second down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
From the shotgun, it's Ridder. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Ritter. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Cole Kmet. Touchdown, Dallas. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got his man. That's Liggett. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a first down.
Ready?
A carry now for Brooks. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A run with Brooks. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Motion man is Rice. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Rice.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. Brendan Rice. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, Yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. In motion comes Andrews. Now a give on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. Now a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got it. He'll move the chains. First down at the 47. They'll stay on the ground. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They face second down and 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Third down and 7. Track at 60. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
Throwing is Ritter. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He connects with Mims. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3. Head to 60, head to 60, go!
To throw is Ritter. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. Now a give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Ritter to throw. He finds Mims. It's complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Stop at the 6, and that sets up third and goal.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Ridder. That one taken in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2. Now Ridder. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
A gain of 17 yards. It's a Carolina 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Back to the air one more time. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down. They'll stick to the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. He'll drop to throw. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
This crowd urging the defense on. It is 3rd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And that stop right there will do it. Even though they have 2 timeouts remaining, there's just not enough time on the clock to get another attempt. What a huge stop with the game on the line, and that will all but end this game.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be taken down just shy of the 30. Respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.